Hello there, in this video I'll show you how I made this YouTube lighting setup using only two lights. Quick disclaimer, Viltrox sent me these lights for review, but this video is not sponsored. This is how the same shot looks like when only using the ceiling lights. Absolutely horrible, despite the fact that I'm using a high-end camera. I'm using the Sony a7 IV with the 20mm f1.8. So let me do you a favor and turn on the key light and begin building this YouTube lighting setup one step at a time. This looks much better. The key light I'm using is the Viltrox Ninja 10. It has a 120 watt power output, a 5600 Kelvin color temperature, a CRI and TLCI of 95, a standard bow and mount, and 6 built-in effects. You can control it from your smartphone using the Viltrox app. It can be powered by the wall or by V-mount batteries for portability, and it weighs around 900 grams. I'm using the Godox 80cm softbox to diffuse the key light. It's very small and portable, has 2 layers of diffusion, and costs only $80. I chose the 80cm softbox size because I'm filming in a small space. I'm about this far away from the camera. As you can see, I can touch the lens if I want to, and I'm also about 2.5 meters away from the wall behind me. Now let's talk about the key light's position and intensity. Because this light is so powerful and I'm in a dark room, I have it set to only 5% of brightness. I have it slightly to the left at about 40-45 degrees above me, pointing downwards. This gives my face a nice contrast from highlights to shadows. It's my favorite lighting technique because it adds a lot of depth and looks interesting. Of course, if you want less shadows on your face, one technique is to use a fill light. You can use a foam board, a 5-in-1 reflector, or really anything white. You can also bring the light close to the camera, which will make the light appear more flat on your face. I believe it is critical to understand how to position the key light to achieve the desired effect. Position the light to the side of the face if you want a more contrasty look, or almost in front of the face if you want less contrast on the face. Honestly, it's a matter of personal preference. Okay, let's turn on the background light. Doesn't it look more interesting in the background now? This light is the Wheelight K21 RGB light stick. I made an entire video about this light, which you can watch here or in the description box down below. You can control it with your phone. It has RGB lighting and it's super compact. The primary function of this light in this shot is to increase the overall exposure in the room. Otherwise, the background gets way too dark. I've positioned it out of frame on the right side, pointing at the ceiling. This essentially bounces the light from the ceiling and softens it. It's set to 5600 Kelvin to match my key light, but obviously with my smartphone I can control the light and change colors, so let's do that. Alright, so we have blue color. It's a bit too bright, maybe something like that. Looks pretty interesting. Then we can do teal color, or pink, purple, or red color, yellow, green, or pretty much any color that you want. You can just control this light from your phone. Very easy and very simple. It's amazing to see how much of a difference just two lights can make. Let's try repositioning it and use it as a rim light or hair light. Oh wow, this looks nice. As you can see, it adds some light in here to separate me more from the background, and also at the same time it illuminates the background, which is really cool. And of course, I can add color. Let's add some color. This looks nice, and I like this shadow over here. Kind of looks interesting, I don't know. So there you have it, a simple YouTube studio lighting setup with only two lights. You don't have to use the same lights that I did, but I highly recommend the Viltrox lights. They are high quality, color accurate, and incredibly simple to use. However, pretty much any light will suffice. Just remember to diffuse the key light and bring it closer to you to soften and make it more pleasing. To achieve the desired effect, position it correctly. Also, treat lighting as if it were a painting. Try to add some color and interesting objects into the background. Experiment with different softbox sizes. The larger the softbox, the softer the light. However, it will require a larger room. For a typical bedroom like the one I have here, I would recommend a softbox with a size of 70 to 90 centimeters. Thank you for watching, and if you absolutely love this video, there's a super thanks button down below. Bye.